Alright, guys, welcome to season 3, episode 1. We're in spring training here. We lost the first game. I'm going to go ahead and just sim it a lap through the rotation. So now we are 3 and 2. Let's go ahead and just peek at the stats. Justin Turner is not off to a good start, really at all. No one is really doing outstanding. Albies is doing pretty good. Freddie Freeman's doing pretty good. Luke Roy's doing better than last year. So let's go ahead and maybe plug in some of these guys to get them some at bats. Um, Swanson has 5 at bats. Let's go one more lap here. So Newcomb is kind of struggling. Kroll is doing decent. Simmons is struggling again. Tehran is not doing too well. Our rotation is doing pretty well besides Julio Tehran. Otani is doing really well. So is Whistler. And then in our lineup, Justin Turner is still really struggling. So I'm going to go ahead and bump up Kiki Hernandez and then plug in Swanson. So where is Swanson? There he is. Just to give him some at-bats here. And then I'm going to go ahead and plug in Montalvo. Swanson. Where's he at? There he is. Second base. Swap them. Plug in Montalvo. So there we go. Let's go ahead and do one more lap. Swanson's hitting 310. Turner's at 211. Both have about, Swanson has 10 less at bats. So let's go ahead and send some guys down here. So Newcomb has done pretty well for himself, but I'm going to go ahead and send him down. I think he's still about a year away. I want to give him a little bit more time. In the bullpen, Keep Ogando, Kroll. I'm going to go ahead and send Kroll down. That was a tough decision, but I'm going to go ahead and send him down. Closing is fine. I'm going to send Bethencourt down. And Qatar is up. I'm going to give Tomas Solis a little bit more time here. Second base, I'm going to call Chase Darno for a little bit, see how he does. Go ahead and bump him down to AA. So, as far as this goes, Ruiz will go to AAA. And then I'm going to try and just kind of fill everything out from there. Jake Lamb, Justin Turner, Albies, Gurriel is going to get sent down. I'm going to go ahead and send the Mets down for now. And then bump those guys down to AA. Odanis Garcia, I'm going to go ahead and leave him up for right now. Leave John Jay. Malik Smith has actually done a pretty good job. So I'm going to go ahead and send Bonifacio down. He's going to go through waivers. And then in right field, I still want Montalvo to get, some more bats here. So now we're down to 32 guys. Everyone's plugged in. So that is fine. Our bullpen is looking fine. I might send about one more guy down. So we're going to go ahead and sim up to the 21st. Go ahead and look at some stats here. Freddie Freeman is doing really well still. Jake Lamb is kind of struggling. Montalvo is struggling. Swanson's starting to struggle. So I'm going to go ahead and plug Justin Turner back in there. I'm going to go ahead and leave him towards the bottom of the lineup, though, just to give him, just kind of give him a break. So Swanson is going to get sent down. We have 3 guys in AAA. So the Mets will start in AA just to see if he still can have that production. Garcia, he's going to go to AAA. Alex Smith, AAA. Montalvo go to AAA as well. So we're down to 28. Ernesto Lopez has done a really good job. I'm gonna give it a little bit more time here. We're 10 and 10 right now. Look at this. What's wrong? I'm gonna give Tomas Elise some of that. So I seem to had 3 games. Tomas Elise has done pretty well. Justin Turner's kind of getting it turned around a little bit. So let's see here. Alright, so I'm going to leave all the pitching for now. I'm going to go ahead and send Tomas Elise to AAA. And then Michael McHenry single A. Tyler Moore, I really don't know. I might just leave him because he's older. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to put Ernesto Lopez down to AAA. He's a little bit younger. So we have one more guy to send down. Or just release. It might be in the bullpen. And it's going to be Shea Simmons. He's just not done well. These past 2 years almost. He's just not. Really just has not, done well. I can't say much else besides that. He just hasn't done well. So 27 guys at AAA. So I'm going to just go ahead. I just redid my lineups. I'm going to just leave it for now until after spring training. So we'll just go ahead and send through Chris Archer, fractured hand, 60-day DL. So put him on the 60-day DL. And I think I'm gonna call up Joel De La Cruz just for right now, just to let him get some time, see how he does, and if he isn't doing well, then it's gonna be Newcomb. So we have 26 at AAA, 2 catchers, some. I might just release Bonifacio. He just hasn't done really anything for us lately. So Otani's going to be... we actually get Joel De La Cruz, get him some action, 5 innings pitched, 5 strikeouts, 3 runs given up. So, let's take a look at everything here. Okay, so Albie struggled and Turner struggled. Other than that, everyone did pretty well. Tyler Moore kind of struggled. And these guys are just going to be my bench guys. So we're going to tweak around with the lineup here. I do like Lucroy, Freeman, and Lamb. And then I think I'm going to go Melky Cabrera. I might bump up Kiki Hernandez right there. Keep Gary Sanchez at the DH, and then Albie's at the bottom. I do like that. So yeah, it's gonna look like that. Kiki Hernandez though is gonna be set in 2-hole against lefties. He hits lefties really well. Jake Lamb still be who? I'm going to go ahead and bump Lucroy to the 3 spot against lefties. Go ahead and leave Turner right there. All right. So that's really it. That's what the lineup is going to look like. Basically almost the same as last year, and there's the bullpen. So yeah, that's really it for this episode. Everything's sorted out at AAA and AA. We have all our guys. So let's go ahead and end spring training, advance to the 2018 regular season. We are taking on the Mets on the road. Just make sure everyone's kind of set in here. Dan's response is playing first base. Alright, so we're going to get into the game, but before I do the game, I'm going to go ahead and clean up these lineups and just, make them to my liking. So you guys will see the game, but that's what I'm going to do. So I'll be right back. All right, guys, welcome to season 3 opening day. We're at Citi Field in New York, taking on the New York Mets. Basically, the first place team, and the second place team in the NL East last year between us, the Braves, and the New York Mets. So hopefully, we can kind of, you know, prove our dominance even more against them. In the fourth here, 0-2 count to Chris Davis, hung a curveball just terribly, and he put it out to left center field, banged it off that fence right above the wall. A couple batters later, with the runner on second, Travis d'Arnaud comes up and he puts one out to deep left field to take an early 3-0 lead in the fourth inning. In the fifth, with the runner on second base, Jonathan Lucroy comes up, and I was praying that he was going to get that double. I was telling myself he's going to get a double as he steps to plate, and he does just that to bring in the runner from second base. Jonathan Lucroy lives off those doubles to right center field. In the ninth, Jeff Walters comes on to close out the game for the New York Mets. Craig Gentry gets his pinch hit at bat for his first at bat of the season, and he flies out to center field to end the game. So Ohtani did really well. He struck out 12 guys. We only held DeGrom to one strikeout, but we still get the loss 3-1. All right, guys. So as you see, 1-3 loss. That was kind of a brutal loss. I mean, we put up 9 hits. Ohtani pitched great. I mean, he did give up all his runs were basically off the home run ball. So that's kind of not great, but it was kind of a brutal loss. But it is the first game of the year, so it's not really there's a lot of baseball left. So let's just go ahead and finish this series here with the Mets. And another one of our pitchers goes down. So broke his arm, so he's on the 60-day DL. So that's brutal, to say the least. I mean, two of our top pitchers, really, in Archer and Dayon, both go down. Both are going to be out for 50-plus days. So, that's just bad news, and it sucks because I really wanted those guys to be really good. And so that's all I can talk about right now. That's just all I'm going to say in this video. I don't know if that just cut out. Alright, sorry about my controller died. I didn't know if it cut out the audio. Anyway, so yeah, really our two best pitchers go down besides Ohtani. So that's really going to have to force us to make a move here. Probably Newcomb, probably Williams Perez. I don't know yet. It's kind of unexpected. I might actually give Ogando possibly like a start or two. I know his stamina ratings aren't that great, but he was a starter a while ago back in Texas, so I might just give him a couple starts just to see how Williams Perez and Sean Newcomb do down in AAA. Or, I do have the option of going out and signing one of these guys, out here too. So I don't know yet. I'll have to find out. I'm definitely trying to sign a lefty, though. We don't really have a lot of lefty pitching. So, that's something I really want. So, yeah, that's really it for this first episode, guys. We start out the year 0-2, in our first series against the Mets, who got second place to us last year, and the NL East. So, we're ranked 12 this year, third best in the NL East, behind the Mets and Nationals. We're both 2-0 right now. So, hopefully we kind of can get this ship righted before we hit the dog days, and, hopefully we did get bit by the injury bug pretty quick here, so hopefully, some guys can step up and really help us out. So that's really it for this episode, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next episode.